Well, the curtain came up this week on a new addition to Broadway. Not a show, but a museum that is about Broadway. We visit the new Museum of Broadway on the scene with News 12's John Bathke.
Step inside the colorful world of Broadway, past to modern day. The Museum of Broadway chronicles New York's rich theater history, going back to its very beginnings.
The first documented performance in New York was in 1732. That's a long time ago. And so you kind of start to see the context and get to see a bit of that mentorship and passing of the torch.
Located in the heart of the theater district, the museum lays out the timeline of how Broadway has grown, with individual rooms dedicated to pivotal shows that shaped theater as we know it, putting visitors center stage.
When you get to the musical Oklahoma, you will find yourself walking through a cornfield. This you may recognize as Doc's Drug Store from West Side Story. Of course, the Museum of Broadway could not be complete without looking at the career of Stephen Sondheim, one of the most iconic figures in American theater. This is an exhibit concerning his musical company.
Original costumes from shows including Broadway's first rock musical, Hair, and the classics Cabaret, Hello, Dolly, and many others are on display, in addition to props from famous shows.
I think it also helps promote and encourage the next generation to come to Broadway and to maybe be in the Broadway industry themselves as a career.
Today, Broadway is comprised of 41 theaters in the Times Square area, where plays and musicals are performed. As you learn in the museum, it wasn't always that way.
So when we're talking early 20th century, Broadway is really this sprawling mecca of entertainment. We also have vaudeville, we have minstrelsy, burlesque, nightclubs.
Then, as now, Broadway reflects American culture and is American history, on view at the Museum of Broadway. John Bathke, News 12.
Well, tickets to the Museum of Broadway start at $39 for timed visits, and the exhibits are spread over 2 floors of the museum on West 45th Street.